So, what is the freehand style and where was it developed? I had the great fortune to study with a wonderful, wonderful percussion maestro named John Bergamo when I was a student at California Institute of the Arts. I actually went to Cal Arts to become a jazz flautist, and it was John Bergamo who I heard play the frame drum, and he completely changed my life, and all of a sudden I found myself getting a master's degree in percussion. It's funny how life works. So John was one of the most coolest person that I've ever met in my life. Just a wonderful genius. And so he came up with this style called freehand frame drum, which means that your hands are free. So when we play the frame drum and the other styles, our hands are a bit restricted, right? But in this style, our hands are free. And this is also a really cool style if you want to apply it onto other types of hand drums, which I'm also going to make a video for you about, which is really cool. So you can learn to play in this style with, on a frame drum, but then you can also put it onto a djembe. So it has lots of wonderful applications. So let's begin. All right, so it's important to be sitting on a chair that is high enough so you're not slouching. And you want to have a nice posture. You don't want to be a schlump. That's my dad's favorite word, a schlump. Okay, and this is a beautiful, beautiful, I'm so blessed to be able to play this right now. This is a Cooperman 22 deep shell River Gregarian signature series model frame drum. It's gorgeous. I really like the bigger frame drums because they really rest well here. Now, if this is also uncomfortable for your legs, we also have stands. You can put the frame drum on a stand and play it like that. Okay. So the frame drum rests diagonally, not fully diagonally, but just tilted. And you want to feel comfortable, right? My body is straight, I'm engaged, I'm not schlumpy. Okay. So our hands. So the shape of the hands look like this, right? You don't want your hands shaped like this. This is the proper way that our hands should be shaped, whether you're playing djembe, kunga, right? This is for nice relaxation. Okay? So the first stroke we're going to learn is called Doum, D-O-U-M. And all of these strokes that we're learning are Middle Eastern drum strokes. So, you know, it's just really cool to know that whether you're learning Middle Eastern drumming or you're learning African drumming or Indian drumming, all of these drumming traditions have vocalizations for the strokes. So they're not just jamming, right? You're actually thinking about the strokes that you're playing. So I really like that because it makes me focused. It really helps focus me, and I call them rhythmic mantras. So your first stroke is Doum. Doum is played with my dominant hand, and it's with that side knuckle. Can you guys all see that? So before we actually begin to drum, I want you to imagine that you're throwing a ball. You're pitching a ball, all right? Woo! Now that energy at the end of your fingers, right as soon as you release that ball, right? That is the energy I want you to feel when you're playing these strokes, okay? So let's start with Doum. Now try your non-dominant hand. Now we're going to alternate. See how relaxed my arms are? I'm not like this, right? So to practice this stroke, I like to do this exercise where we play the stroke in various speeds. The concept of speeds is from Indian music. So the first speed will have one pulse per beat, right? right? And then the second speed, which we call second speed, right? It has 2 pulses per beat. And then the fourth speed, you got it, has 4 pulses per beat. And then the 8th speed has 8 pulses per beat. It's a wonderful way to feel rhythm and to practice a stroke or any kind of pattern. I love playing a rhythm in the different speeds like this. So here I like to have a pair of bells when I do my exercises, and actually when I drum. I really like the bells, and I like to put the bells on my non-dominant foot because it's you know, in a drum set, the hi-hat is on your non-dominant foot. So the bells is acting as my hi-hat, and it really helps you accent your beats in a nice way. So here we go. We're going to do the exercise of the different speeds, and my foot is going to keep the pulse. Here we go. First speed. Now second speed, here we go. Doom, 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 Now back to first speed, 1 pulse per beat.